r/ask Reddit. What instantly put your anxiety from 0 to 100? We need to talk. I never heard those words and got good news. Hey Dominic, we need to talk. I think you're pretty cool. I have to tell you something. It needs to be face to face. Please just text it so I can melt down in private. And it's never that serious where they couldn't have just summarized it in a text. Even if it's bad shit, it's still usually not that bad. We need to talk. Me stressing all day. I'm just upset about X and feel like why okay. Yeah, no prob, we'll work on it. Awesome, I feel so much better now. Just ducking, text me real quick or bring it up in person. It gets dealt with right then and then. Neither person has hours of built up anxiety over something that's not that serious. Getting a call me or where are you text from my dad. You. Hello. What's going on dad? Him. Crab legs are on sale at Kroger. They're only $4.99 a pound. Grab some on your way home. My phone started to ring mid-information session for a job I was applying to. I hung up cause I didn't want to be rude. But then I got another call a few minutes later. Seeing it was my dad, I assumed it'd be important if he called twice in 5 minutes. So I politely excused myself to the other room and answered the phone. Dad, hey son. How's it going? Me. Good? Dad, what are you up to right now? Me. Well, I'm currently in the middle of my info session for the job I was telling you about yesterday. Dad, oh that's right, yeah I remember now. Me. So what do you want? Dad, oh I was just wondering if you wanted to make fish and chips for dinner tonight. By this point I was gritting my teeth so I quickly agreed and ended the convo. Was pretty mad during the car ride home though. Going to bed on Sunday nights. The Sunday scaries are no joke. When I was a kid, waiting in line at the grocery store, mum says I forgot something. Be right back and you're getting closer and closer to the cashier but your mom hasn't come back yet. I feel like this gradually turns up the anxiety dial. The first couple times yeah, but by the third or fourth time you know she isn't coming back and have to start planning how you're going to bring about the apocalypse before you have to awkwardly tell the person behind you to go ahead with all your items on the counter. Then your mom gets back and is angry that the wait is longer now, but it only gets worse if she gives you her card because oh good, what if you forget the pin or the machine malfunctions or the cashier notices you are most certainly not a Pamela or you have to put your signature or the card is denied or it's cash only or a beta or falls on the bank's headquarters disabling use of all credit cards, or then she gets back in time on the fourth time and you're like what? My mom never did this to me but my husband does the you get in line. I'll go grab that last item thing to me constantly, and then he wanders across the store, stops for samples, finds 3 other things he wanted, and then appears at a distance just as the checker rings up the last item. So we all have to wait for him to get back and add his stuff. I'm too nice. So it took 2 years of this before it occurred to me to just finish my transaction and make him start fresh in a new line. He hates waiting in line, which is why he pulls this in the first place. I still have to wait for him, but at least I'm not holding everyone else up. When I didn't feel the weight of my wallet phone in my pocket whilst drunk, made instantly better by actually using my hands to search my pockets. Heck, I don't even have to be drunk. Actually I think I have a problem cause I panic when I can't feel my phone in my pocket when it's in my hand. When I'm home alone and hear a noise coming from inside the house. Damn it, now I can't fall asleep cause I heard something downstairs. Sorry, raiding your fridge. Don't mind me. Just a stoned ghost going for the shredded cheese straight from the bag at 3 AM. My house is old AF, and I have mice. There's this one section we clean out monthly by the kitchen. We cut a hole in the wall and nailed a metal plate to it cause mice and rats fall down and can't get back up so they die. Cue me, sitting down, browsing Reddit at like 12 AM. Just read some creepypasta type shit. I'm scared. Get up to turn on some lights. All of a sudden, a massive thunk and then a bunch of squishy, slashy noises. It dies down after about 10 minutes. I was ready to throw fists with the chupacabra that just probably ate my dog, until I hear her start barking and clawing at the wall. And that's how I learned of that part of the wall. Turns out a rather large rat fell into the hole from our attic and was clawing its way through the decomposing bodies of other mice and rats. Hence the swishing noises. There's nothing worse than having an old house and hearing a noise that it doesn't usually make, like that better be a ghost or a murderer, because if that ducking furnace went again I'm gonna kill myself. When I reach into my pocket and my wallet is gone. Then you realize you put it in your front pocket but you can't remember why you would do that. Or even better, you were already holding it in the opposite hand. The amount of times I've walked around my house looking for my keys or phone while they were in my hand the whole time. Hearing fast music in a video game but not seeing any enemies. Why do I hear boss music? Your boss walks in. Hey Dave, nice job on the Wellborn report. Walks out, taking the music with him. This joke made my day. Cheers mate. When I'm driving and the police get behind me. A few days ago I ended up behind a cop and got paranoid. It was on a country road and he kept going slower and slower. I thought, is he reverse following me? Go ahead. Start tailgating. Pass me. I dare you. I just stop somewhere. Don't allow them to just cruise behind you looking for a reason to pull you over. Cop gets behind me, pull into a parking lot and wait for a minute, then continue. My husband was driving and a police car came up behind him. So he pulled off and went down some random roads. The police followed. Eventually they pulled him over, asked where he was going. He told him I'm going home. They asked why we were going that way, so he told him I just wanted to see how far you'd follow me and you went further than I thought you would. Was told to stop being daft and told to go home. A knock on my front door because it's never anybody I want to talk to. Then you remember you ordered a pair of shoes from Amazon that you forgot about. They fit perfect. LOL, as if my anxiety is ever at a 0. Rephrase. Answer for 50 to 100 then. 97 to 100. Driving with people who can't control their road rage. Yep, then hearing the phrase "we're going off the road" will really help you reach your peak anxiety level. When I'm talking to someone and their expression changes suddenly, and my stomach drops like duck. What did I say? Same. Although it's usually not related to the conversation. They're just trying to remember if they locked their door. Typically something at work that either I screwed up or may have screwed up. This results in me realizing it in the middle of the night and panicking. Then I'm up all night. It's always something that never matters at the end of the day. Just this week my supervisor called me about a job I did in deck. How it was all ducked up and he had to drive 2 hours to the site to check it himself. Throat-wrenching day. Turned out I did my job correctly and it was the supplier who ducked up the labeling on the packages. Thought I was ducked. Bosses and unnecessarily stressing out underlings. Name a more iconic duo. Parents don't pick up their phone after a couple of tries. Getting a call on my phone. Same, and I don't even have anything to worry about. Call on mobile, stress. Call on work mobile, stress. Call on work telephone, ducking stress. When I found out the class average was only 47% after I aced the test. And then they find out you got 100% and wrecked the curve. That makes you real popular. Why is there even a curve? The general thought is that the teacher made the test too hard or a lot of the info was never taught. It could also be because the questions don't make sense. If someone wrecks the curve though, then it's usually because they studied hard and it was a difficult test and everyone else didn't study. But yeah, it's usually to make up for a teacher's mistake. Having to walk past a group of teenagers. Nope. A year ago I was out hiking with a friend when a bunch of teenagers caught up to us. Blasting music from their phones and generally just being loud and obnoxious. After a couple of minutes of this and me just casting them the occasional stink eye, one of them said to the others, "I think we're annoying those people over there." They got a bit quieter after that and picked up their pace, so we weren't in close proximity. So at least some teenagers have situational awareness. My husband coming home in the middle of the day. It usually means he lost his job. How often does he lose his job? Last time was 2 years ago. He starts a new one tomorrow. It's been a rough couple of years. Probably 3-4 times in 15 years. Out of curiosity, what line of work is he in that turnover is so bad? Is it due to poor management? Or a dying industry? Or, hopefully not, his own faults as a worker? He is in QA and software and technical writing. He has really bad anxiety which tends to self-sabotage. It sucks. We have 2 kids and a lot of financial responsibilities. Children. Definitely children. Or someone telling me to take care of their children. Anxiety immediately goes from 0 to 10,000. The check engine light comes on. Opens hood. Oh good, it's still there. Opens hood. You okay buddy? When old people start talking to you on the bus. Yeah, can't stand that. I don't mind a bit of friendly chatter, but I've had the worst luck in that whenever I've used public transport for a short treks, no one talks to me. I'm taking Greyhound and it's a 6-hour drive to SoCal. I get the chattiest person whoever with no social awareness. I have my headphones and I'm pretending to be asleep and they still got tap me and try to show me shit on their phone. Picture it, me, driving down a busy highway. I'm alone in the car. The baby is home with Baba. A thought comes, you know, your son could be choking to death right now and you'd never know until it was too late to say goodbye. This seed takes hold. It snowballs into an HD hypothetical video playing out scene by gruesome scene in my head. I listen to the sound of my hypothetical voice sobbing uncontrollably about the loss of my toddler. Oh, look. I'm pulled over on the shoulder of the highway having a panic attack and hyperventilating. Last time it happened, an old man pulled over to check if I was okay. He saw me gasping and sobbing and almost called an ambulance on me against my will. I had to beg him between hiccups not to do it while trying to explain I was just crazy. He too long didn't read. I have panic attacks triggered by intrusive thoughts and an overactive imagination. Waking up feeling well rested and not knowing what time it is. My phone ringing with an unknown number. Also the doorbell ringing when I haven't ordered food or I'm waiting for someone. Went on one date with a man who was way too intense and he's been calling texting ever since. I tried being honest but he didn't take the hint. Telling me we're going to be together whatever it takes. For reference, he knows where I live but stopped bothering me for a couple days after I was bluntly honest about our relationship status. I felt at ease that he finally understood. Then I get a text telling me he knows I'll be asleep soon and being very explicit about all the ways he'll wake me up. Keeping the distance feature from Tinder in mind, I switch to the app, look at his profile, and watch the distance he is away from me slowly tick down. Watching it even drop down to 1 mile closer made my heart beat so hard my dog could hear it. My real name starts with A, so in class, for almost everything, I'm the first one to do it. This is not so bad, but sometimes I'm like, wait, what do I have to do again? But the teacher just said it, and I don't want to be that kid who just delays the class. The worst part is when I actually miss what I had to do, and everyone just looks at me and the teacher goes, okay, can you do it again please? Being in people's way. If I'm at a grocery store and someone else is trying to get past me, but I can't move because there's people in front of me, I'm sweating. I hate being in people's way. Traffic, the store, anything. My wife won't let me go to Costco with her anymore because I get so on edge. Getting a we need to talk text from Unso. My ex sent my a we need to talk text once and disappeared for about 3-4 hours. Turns out he saw an article which had various ways to troll your so and wanted to try it with me. He laughed. I didn't. Any email from my ex-wife. Not only did I suffer 6+ years of emotional and financial abuse, the only time she ever contacts me is to complain or complicate my life, such as denying visits with my son or demanding more child support. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.